Hey, what is up guys, Guitar Rock here, welcome back to another Brave 9 video. Alright, so this video is going to be something different. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and I'm going to call this series of videos UA coaching. Now, a lot of you guys might not know, but if you play Underground Arena, right, it gives you up to 75 diamonds per day. But this is granted if you reach 1900 points and above, and a lot of you are not able to achieve this, especially if you are new or you might not be playing a lot of UA, right, Underground Arena. And which is what this series is for, is to help players to try to understand better how Underground Arena works. The thing is, you can't use the same form as how you do in regular Arena, because in Arena you just place everything according to the formation and players have to try to counter you. But in UA, you have to know how to make two different type of formations which works better if you go first, and one that which works better if you go later. Now, this requires a bit of skill and understanding of the game. It's not going to be easy, but hopefully with this coach session, I'm able to guide some of you guys to be better in the game. Now, you can see the diamonds starts at very low at 9 diamonds. If you are at 9 diamonds, 12 diamonds, 15 diamonds, I can see why you want to skip this. But once you go up to high, 51 to 75 diamonds, now let me bring up a calculator for you guys to see. You can only get this once a day. Let's say you do 75 diamonds a day, and 1 week there are 7 days. So this will give you 525 diamonds. Compare this to something like in Arena. Alright, if you are in low crystal, for example. So if you are in crystal 3, let's say, you are in low crystal. This is the amount of diamonds you get, which is 550. Now doing UA every single day will give you almost this equal amount. So imagine you're getting like this amount times 2. And the only thing that you need to do is play Underground Arena every single day. Alright, so with that being said, let's get off to our first coaching session, and I'm going to guide 2 players today. Let's jump into it. Alright, so let's go. This is our first UA coaching session. So we're going to try to guide Mama Slang PH, and hopefully you guys can learn from his mistakes as well, if he makes any mistakes. Alright, like he's going first right now. Okay, Mama Slang, show me, what do you have? Like usually when you go first, what would you do first? So of course, the first 10 to 20 seconds, what you want to do, you should always analyze my team. It's very important for you to analyze the enemy. For example, some enemy have plus 14 vals as opposed to plus 15. That makes a lot of difference, because positioning wise it could be, you know, the extra tile could be huge. So you want to see at the enemies, try to look at their team. Okay, so you're going with Galenia to Helga. So I'm looking at your team, you have Vals, you have Alec at plus 15. You have Seto max rank boosted plus 14, I'm not going to question that. You have Jin and Sigmund. Your Sigmund is not plus 12. I think Sigmund is plus 12, right? To get something, I forgot what. So you have a Grand plus 15, 34k. Let's see. You have Albion. Galenia is plus 10, okay. Livia is 15 with shield runes. Okay, so you have Veronia, you have Venaka. So I assume you're going to use Venaka to Galenia. But of course right now you are using this first. Okay, very interesting. I'm going to assume that he's going to go for a Grand at the back. So the idea here is, we'll just place, for safety purposes, I'm just going to place, like, I think some of you notice, right? Sometimes I do this on my Velfen. But right now it's dangerous because his Vals is plus 15. If this Vals was plus 14, I could do this. But because his Vals is 15, it's better for me to do something like this. I mean, if I do this, I can still block with the Cecilia. But it's just, I have to waste 1 extra unit. So it's very risky. So ideally something like this makes more sense. Or it can be this, or it can be this. It's up to you. But it's just that the idea here is, you know, Celia. And then I guess we focus on mid. Okay, so let's see what is Mama Slang's PH's next move. Guitar Rock, you put at that tile to avoid Alec and Vals? Yes, because he has Alec and Vals. It's not really to avoid Alec and Vals, it's because number 1 is the safest, and number 2, I want to receive Galenia's buff. Belfon with Galenia's buff is very important. If it's someone else, then yeah, I could block with someone else. So Mama Slang is going with, I assume he's going with Venaka because he doesn't have Seal. He don't have enough mages for Seal anyway. He has Helga, Livia plus Velter. So this is only 3 mage. No, it's your turn. It's your turn. Yo, we won! Yes, he gave up. He gave up easy. Okay, you're moving first again. Let's go. You can just put the same thing, right? This is exactly where we left off, I think. So you try to go for Galenia to Helga. Okay. So what was your next move? Hephaestus to Livia. I'm not sure what you're trying to do, but since you have Albion, maybe you're gonna go for... The thing is, you have Grand, or why do you need Albion? Because you already have Taunt, unless it's a Mamone that doesn't have Taunt, right? Wait, you don't have Mamone, I just realized that. Yeah, you have a lot of supporters, and you have Helga as well. Alright, so Mama Slang can place 3 more units. Okay, I like your Vals. It's a very good one. Okay, so his Vals is the first one to go, followed by Lyudmila. Okay, why Lloyd Taunt first? Wouldn't he die fast? That's the point. So that Lloyd could... I want Lloyd to die fast. What's the Albion for? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's modifying his strat according to my strat. So what's the Albion for? I have no... What's the... Yo! So this supporter is just a troll? Your Lyudmila, how many buffs does Lyudmila has? One, no buff. Hephaestus buff. Hephaestus to Venaka. So that's 2 buffs, right? Venaka doesn't give... Does Hephaestus give what? Debuff immunity? It does, right? Okay, so at least you're not going to get silence or something, right? So I guess I'll just block that with the Cecilia. We go in with the Vals. The thing is, his Vals would hit my Lloyd. If you guys are not aware, because after his Lyudmila move, my Lloyd will go first, right? So he will kill my Cecilia. Oh, he can't kill my Cecilia? Okay, so now my Lloyd has taunt, right? So his Vals would hit my Lloyd, okay, which is a dead. So it doesn't matter, so I would kill him as well. His Livia would die, I think. So Grand would hit me. Okay, so now it's his turn again. He's going to go with Lyudmila again, which is quite bad because round 2, when you go with Lyudmila again and your Albion does nothing and your Lyudmila can't kill Cecilia for whatever freaking reason, Celia counters Grand again. I'm going to say that 1 billion times, and your formation is going to start crumbling. Okay, so number 1, what's the point of the Hephaestus? Like, what's the point of the Hephaestus? Number 2, what's the point of the Albion? Number 3, where's your freaking Mamone? Number 4, I don't know. I'm speechless right now. Why didn't Lyudmila kill Cecilia? Okay, Shadow Eagle, you're going first. Alright. So again, take your first 1 minute. Take your first 1 to 2 minutes. Try to look at my units, analyze, and try and configure from there. Because, I mean, you have your own units as well, but you need to be aware of certain things. Like, if I look at your units, right? You have Seal R, okay? With 1 rune for whatever reason. You have Venaka, okay? Very good. So you have Bio Seal R and Venaka. But do you have 4 magicians? Yes, you do. So you might go for Seal R, or you might go for Venaka, which is good. You have Bane and Lloyd, which I don't think you will use. I don't think you will use Bane because Bane is in 2019, now it's 2021. We're gonna move on with the strat. So your Vals is +3. I don't feel threatened at all because your Vals is +3. So you're lacking 1 range. You can only hit in this tile. So I can place whatever shit I want. I can just block with the Cecilia later on. So it's good to know things like that, but you have an Alex, so I have to be careful. First 3 tiles, I have to be extra careful. Okay, so you decided to go with Galenia to Helga. This is a good opening, I like it. It's a really good opening. Alright, so we're gonna go with our usual Celia. So because your Vals is +3, I can do something like this. It's not as bad compared to if your Vals is +15. So I don't have to be forced to use Cecilia, if it makes sense. Because if your Vals is 15, I have to use Cecilia to save my Velfen from dying. But because your Vals is not, I can just put a Mamone here. Vals +3 will hit Mamone for whatever reason, if you happen to go Vals mid. So that's a good thing to note right there. Always check your enemy. If they have a Vals 14 and 15, it's a big difference. You're gonna go with Velfen first, cool. Cool. So when you go Velfen first, I sort of know, okay, Velfen is the first one that's acting in round 2, right? Or Helga if Helga doesn't die. The thing is with Velfen first, I prefer Celia first because if someone uses Grand, I can nullify the taunt. But with Velfen first, your Velfen will be forced to hit my taunt, right? In a way, it's kind of difficult position for you. So you're gonna go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So your Alec is going first. Okay, so I could just put a Helga here actually, right? Since your Alec is coming here. Because now that I look at your units, you don't have a solution for Lloyd actually. So I could go with something like this, if it makes sense. So after your Alec move, my Lloyd will move. Since we are all chaining into our magicians. So you have to try to think of a solution to take care of my Lloyd because I will have Taunt right here, right? And if you don't, you might struggle round 2. So we'll see. I don't know if your Vals is strong enough to get rid of something like this, right? So you went with Bane. Okay, that's a good... I mean, it's a decent choice, I guess. So you will have a Taunt at the back. But again, round 2 perspective, it doesn't matter for me. Let's see what's the option that you have right now. And Jin. I'm not sure if Bane counters Lloyd. And you don't have... Yo, you don't have runes on your Bane. I'm gonna teach you guys... I'm gonna tell you guys why Bane sucks. Are you guys ready? Why Bane sucks? Because I can do this. I can literally do this. Then your Bane will not have Taunt. That's why people don't use Bane anymore. And if you want to use Bane, you should place him last, I think. So the thing is, I could go with something like... I could go with something like this, for example. I could go with a Vals here. And a Mamone here, right? You won't have Taunt on your Bane. You won't have Taunt on your Bane because it's gonna get nullified. But yeah. So your Alec... Number 1, your Alec is killing my Helga. So it's in my favor already. That now you are buff prohibited. I'm not sure if you calculated that. Your Bane might not even have Taunt anyways because of the buff prohibition. Do you calculate that in advance? So your Bane can't Taunt, right? So so now you'll be forced to hit my Lloyd. And my Lloyd's Taunt is freaking long. It's 5 more turns. This is why Lloyd is good. But I don't want to make people salty for not pulling for Lloyd or not building Lloyd. Now the Velfon will be forced to hit Lloyd as well, or Jin in this case. Wait, Velfon already hit Lloyd, okay. So at least your Jin does counter my Livia. But then what, right? Because I have Gilenia's buff. So I hope you know the mistakes that you did. Number 1, it's not more of a mistake that you did. It's more of you need to understand Bane and how he is in the current meta, especially when enemy... I don't think you would have taunted right there because of the Helga's buff prohibition. I could be wrong. I didn't count the turns, but just to be safe, I placed a Mamone anyways, which counters. So therefore, I could go with a Vals. Especially when you go first, you have to take note of something like this. It can be quite costly. Alright guys, so that is going to be it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think of this form of UA coaching session, and if you guys would enjoy doing it with me. I'm usually live on either YouTube or Twitch at least 8 PM UTC plus 8 time zone. So if you guys want to catch me live, that's the place to be. As always, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and if feedbacks, please leave it in the comment section below. I'll try to read them all. As always, have a nice day. Goodbye.